The maiden annual lecture series of the National Association of Political Correspondents themed The Legacy of Option A4 and the June 12th election. Speakers reflected on the electoral process and the future of democracy in Nigeria. The event also featured the launch of a new book titled Nigeria's Aborted Third Republic and the June 13th Debacle Reporter's Account. Former Director of Public Affairs at the defunct National Electoral Commission, Professor Tonnie Iredia, criticized politicians defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress ahead of the 2027 elections, likening them to herdsmen in their lack of direction and consistency.
When somebody now decides to collaborate with another person and he tells me that the only way he can do it is to defect to the party of the other person, then something is wrong. It means we don't recognize collaborative federalism, which we ought to. I see many governors, especially those defecting now. I see them as the same as herdsmen. Exactly the same. And the reason is this. You see, herdsmen, they move about and destroy people's crops. And when you talk to them, say, oh, I have freedom of movement and freedom of association.
Former Minister of Information Labram Mako described the late MQ Abiola as a sacrificial lamb, saying the political elite engaged in a process they did not fully understand or anticipate.
Democracy must be defended. It is not something you go to bed and sleep. It is a process. We must keep fighting for it and insist on what is right at all stages. Otherwise, it can still fail.
While Professor Abiodun Adeniyi, Registrar of Bayes University, proposed a unicameral legislature as a way to reduce the cost of governance, the Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumers Protection Commission, Tunji Bello, said the media should put political actors on their toes.
If you replace this set of legislature and bring another set, you still find this tendency to rely on the public funds, as the case could be. So how are we going to checkmate this cycle from continuing? Is there no way that we can adopt a unicameral legislature as against a bicameral, so that we can reduce the cost of governance?
Our profession is facing a lot of distress. So it's high time we rise up to the challenge and defend our territory. So I believe part of the lesson we should always remember June 12th for is the fact that once upon a time, long before now, country had overcome ethnicity and religion in our politics.
Political scientist and professor at Nasarawa State University, Jide Ofo-Adibe, praised the Option A4 system and asserted that history will vindicate Professor Humphrey Nwosu for his pivotal role in advancing electoral transparency in Nigeria.
I want to urge all of us who have come here and to sustain this spirit and continue to work in our respective ways to ensure that June 12th is immortalized in the annals of our history, and the man whose vision it was is remembered constantly.
Whether he's going to be honored now or never is immaterial. The most important place to honor anybody is in the hearts of people.
As Nigeria marks the 32nd anniversary of the June 12th presidential election, consensus among speakers is clear. Returning to Option A4 can enhance electoral credibility and deepen democratic practice in the country.